I know it sounds very weird, but like the only thing which made me go on is because like I wanted to make different source of money, to be honest. Even now, my mom keeps on convincing, maybe if you can go back to dentistry, that would be nice. Like, because right now, even now, like it's difficult for them to tell people like what exactly I'm doing. I have always been one of those people who has been against what the norm is. Like, I cannot express myself by just saying that, okay, you know what, I like this, or like, you know, like how people are, or they are very poetic about it. My name is Neha. I'm born and raised in Delhi, but I shifted here to Kochi like about 6-7 years back. And I used to be a dentist before, but then I realized I don't want to spend the rest of my life looking into people's mouth. So I decided to change my career. Also, post Corona, obviously, like a lot of people had those realizations that they need to do something different with their lives. So, like, I was one of those people. I just completely quit everything and I just went ahead with one of the first things which I came out was like I have like a small Airbnb in Alleppey. So I was looking and taking care of that. And then when it started automating on its own, I started Spotlight with everyone else.
What are you chasing? I mean, as a founder of Spotlight or as a person?
One of the things I think would be, there's no exact thing which I'm chasing, to be very honest. Like there is not, how do I say? So I have always been a person, been an artistic person, like in the sense, like I have always been an admirer of art. Like it could be like any form. So I have learned Bharatnatyam, I have learned guitar, I have learned Kathak, Mohiniyattam. And when I did that over the period of time, I realized that it takes a lot of effort to actually perfect an art form. I never really had the opportunity to be good at it. So I could not continue with any of the art forms which I did have. But like I did realize that there are other people who have that dedication to do it. But at the same time, they were not really getting a space or a place where they could actually practice their art form. So like then when these guys they started talking about Spotlight, I realized that okay, maybe this is something where we can all come together and like help every art form come to like literally Spotlight. You know.
I mean, I think there were no such space here in Kochi while you were starting off. Huh?
Not really, no. Like especially like when it comes to stand-up comedy or any other like what do you say, a talking art form, like
The spoken word.
Spoken word, like anything like that. There are places out there in Kochi, but they are not. How do you say? They're not dedicated to the art form. Like they're not specifically like if they have a cafe along with it, like they'll be like, okay, let's just put out a space for them. Like you know, it's not a priority for performance space first, and then something else coming in. You know? So like we wanted to focus mostly on that.
You had an art side. You were always driven by art as well. You know. So like, what was your feeling throughout when you were doing some art forms, or what was that one thing that made you feel like keep doing it?
I would say different medium of expression. Like it's not just talking. Like with especially with dance, it's expressions, it's body movements. Like there are people who are good at talking and all, but like now, for example, if you want to do a workshop, like if you're talking about pottery or like something like that, it's an art form where you're expressing through different forms. So like that's
the
what
expression.
I like. The expression. Yeah.
Amazing. When you said you were a dentist before, it must have been hard for you to say no to it and chase something else, right? Like from the friend circle or family, how was it?
Oh yeah, it was terrible. I
How
had
did
a
you
hard
manage
time.
it?
It was difficult. It was very tricky because my parents obviously they were against it. Like everyone wants like a professional in their family, right? Like technically, I was the first doctor in my family,
Wow.
and then
Oh my God.
after I know that was painful. But then even now, my mom keeps on convincing maybe if you can go back to dentistry, that would be nice. Like because right now, even now, like it's difficult for them to tell people like what exactly I'm doing. Like They don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, now there is no form to tell exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
So what do you say to people when they ask you what you do?
Right now, I'm a business person. Like I manage a space like this Spotlight and like Airbnb and also into hospitality.
Yeah. So like, I want to ask you about your childhood. Like, take us to your childhood. Tell us what you were, what you wanted to become, and the thoughts that you had as a child.
As a child, what did I think of it? To be very honest, I don't have a lot of memories from my childhood. But I remember I was a very introverted person, that is for sure. I wanted to do something, that's why I was very inclined towards anything artistic. I even had fine arts in my like 11th and 12th, like during those times.
So you were always around art, you know?
Always around art. One of the best childhood memories, I think, like one of the reasons why I think I appreciate art is because of one of my art teachers actually. He was, because of him only I took up fine arts in my 11th and 12th. So he was one of those people who would actually teach us how to enjoy art. So like
How was it? Like, tell me.
for example, like he had taken us for a National Art Museum, obviously Delhi, right? So like National Art Museum is there, and me and one of my friends, we were just standing in front of a picture, a painting, and then we were just giggling and laughing and all, and then he comes behind us. Usually we were thinking that okay, he might just scold us, and we were like no. He went and like okay, what are you guys girls looking at? And we were like, okay, we're just looking at a picture, like looking at how the colors are, this and that. Then he was like, no, okay, when you start looking at an art form, just start from the details of it. Imagine you are the artist and you are making this picture. So like now if you have a brush, like if you want to make something like this, what kind of brush would you take? What kind of paints would you take? What kind of strokes would you make? What kind of colors would you mix to make sure that this color comes in? So like he taught us that every time you're looking at something, not just look at the whole picture per se, but look at the details of things. That's when I started learning like Bharatnatyam and all the other things. Like every movement, every expression which they give, uh, everything has a feeling to it. Like that's what he taught us how to appreciate.
That's how you enjoyed your the artist life, right?
Yeah, I did. Also, like it does give you a sense of freedom, which is what I also like. Like in the sense, for a person, I told you, like I was an introvert before. So for me, like I cannot express myself by just saying that okay, you know what, I like this, or like you know, like how people are, or they are very poetic about it. But for me, like when it came to different art forms other than which is just talking, like for me, this kind of thing really helped.
Nice.
It gave me the freedom to express myself.
I'm really proud of you
thank
when
you.
you said you took the time at COVID and realized that and took the step to.
I had the privilege though, I would say that.
But that's also a mindset, you know. And you did that. I mean, how was it? Like, you wanted to solve a problem, or you just wanted to solve your problem with the norms?
Yeah, actually, I have always been one of those people who has been against what the norm is. Like even if it's as small as cutting my hair short, you know, like I have never really gone along with what people have told me to do it. What I was chasing is probably my own personal, like I mentioned, freedom. Like I wanted a way and a space where I could express myself, I guess.
I'm sure that that would be a very lonely journey as well.
I mean, if you have good partners, then yeah, sure, why not?
And also, why do you think it's so important to believe in yourself and believe in that idea of being free by doing what you love and be the biggest fan of yourself? How important is it?
That's a very good question. Because I'm not there yet. I don't know.
I mean, you must be your biggest fan.
Not really, no.
To keep it going is what I'm saying. Like maybe we are not there yet, but I think we have to be our own cheerleader, our own.
I'm definitely proud of myself, to be honest. Like you said, like I did take that step. I did go ahead with, like going and opening different sorts of businesses and stuff. But like, it was Yeah, it is a lonely journey in that way because like not everyone understands what you're actually going through.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's tricky because everyone is having their own demons in their mind and their own conversations and that
Conflicts.
conversation conflicts, and it never stops. It's absolutely, and it really never stops for anyone for that matter. And it's painful sometimes, to be honest. Like, but at the same time, the only thing which I know it sounds very weird, but like the only thing which made me go on is because like I wanted to make different source of money. To be honest, you need multiple sources of money in today's day and age to make sure that you survive. And I realize it's not just me; there are others as well. Like especially the artists who are there is like they have only one form which they can concentrate on.
Yeah.
So like everyone, the reason we wanted to make Spotlight was also because of that. The concept, the reason I went ahead along with them for the Spotlight thing is because there are other people coming along to express themselves, and I wanted to do the same.
You are one person that wants to express in multiple forms.
Yeah, like it could be as small as like what others think, like even managing a space, like taking a chair, putting it somewhere else, you know, like that is also an art, like even arranging the chairs the way you do, like putting on the lights, like making sure the lighting comes in, all this everything is ours. Like we didn't have a interior designer or anyone come in, like we all came together and put it all. This is also our expression, I guess.
I know everything comes down to money at some point.
Yes.
But
We are not
you
plants.
could have been a dentist and multiple clinics would give you same results, but you didn't do that. You chose something else. That's the part here, right?
Yeah, there is. I think you can say it like that, I guess. I never really thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Because one of the reasons why I quit dentistry is also because there are already so many other people who are doing that. Like we don't lack dentists in this country. There are like probably over 45,000 per year being produced every year. And if one of them stops being a dentist, I don't think it's gonna hurt anyone. So, and I did want to try out different things. Like I said, like since I got the opportunity to try it, I wanted to do everything I can, every form, like even if it's going back to dancing again, or like even trying to open a space like this, or even opening the Airbnb. I want to try everything, whatever is possible before I die.
So at the time of COVID, did you really miss the child in you?
To be honest, during COVID time, I was still working as a dentist. I had a lot of freedom. I had the dental pass with me, so I could go around everywhere.
Wonderful.
I was like free roads, like going, having the car to myself. So like I had a great time during COVID, to be honest.
And most people would say it, otherwise we had a terrible time during
Oh
COVID.
yeah, they were all stuck inside and all. I had full freedom. I enjoyed the roads. I enjoyed meeting people. Oh yeah, everything. I had a great time during COVID. So.